You're listening to episode 52, Katie and Jamie's Top 5 of 2020. Hi, and welcome to the Child Life On Call podcast. When your child is sick, the whole world seems to stop in its tracks. Plans and priorities change, and your number one job becomes figuring out how to get your child well again. For some of us, rest, medications, and relaxation can do the trick. But for others, it takes more. It takes countless doctor appointments, invasive medical testing, therapy, surgeries, the list goes on, and then you still may not have all of the answers or results you were hoping for. This podcast features parents of children that have an illness or medical condition and gives them a place to share their own journeys and experiences. We will talk about the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows, but one thing seems to remain the same. Children are resilient and teach us more about ourselves and the world than we could ever imagine. Thank you so much for lending a listening ear and opening up your heart to these families and this podcast. I'm your host, Katie Taylor. Hello, everybody. I am so glad you're here. You guys, we made it. It's December of 2020. Did we ever think that the end of this crazy year would get here? It's just bananas. It's been such a long and crazy year for so many of us. I, for one, am very ready for a mindset shift for 2021. But I would be remiss if I didn't take the time to talk about some of the good parts of 2020. We did learn a lot about ourselves and some things we didn't necessarily expect to learn about ourselves, like our ability to deal with an unexpected pandemic, and all of the crazy stress that comes with that. I think back to the beginning of this, and outside of my office at the hospital, we were put next to a little waiting room, and on that waiting room TV just constantly runs, I think it's Spectrum News or something like that. And I just remember thinking every time I walked by that TV, there was like more breaking news. There was more crazy things before we knew what the pandemic even looked like. And just what that did to my psyche every time I walked through the halls of the hospital, hearing that nonstop. It's crazy when you think about how that has affected us so much on so many different levels. But in true child life fashion, I do want to talk about and hold space for not just the bad parts, but the good parts too of this year. For one, I am so grateful for Child Life On Call and this community of parents and listeners and followers and supporters that have just grown this into such a great community. And I'm having parents reach out all the time and say, thank you so much for, just sharing this person's story. And it's meant so much to me. So I am so grateful for that. And that truly has grown in 2020 because we've had a bigger capacity in my family to allow me to have time to do this. So we also thought it would be fun. And if y'all have listened, you know that Jamie, who is featured at the beginning of Child Life On Call, she and her mom tell the story of how she was born with a heart defect, 3 heart defects called tetralogy of Fallot, as well as getting HIV during a blood transfusion during a surgery. So you should go back and listen to that episode if you haven't. But we are also good friends who like to have fun and we love to laugh. And so we thought it would be fun to just do a little episode about some of the good parts of 2020. And this is not an episode to be taken seriously. We talk everything from loungewear to a new TV show that we both are watching that we didn't realize we were watching, and we go on a tangent about it. And anyway, I hope this episode makes you smile, maybe takes you out of some of the muck that you're in right now and just gives you a little relief. So glad you're here. 2020 has been crazy, but I am thankful for you and for all of the parents and supporters on this podcast. So here's a light little fun episode for you. I hope you enjoy.
Hello and welcome.
I should tell you, this is not, what's the one podcast you have me listen to about a dad's porno?
My dad wrote a porno.
Oh my God. That's one of the best. That's a podcast, right?
Yeah.
So funny.
Have you not listened to it yet?
Of course I have.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
I just couldn't remember if it was like a chapter book because of the way, like what it's written about. Like I couldn't remember.
It's like a personally written, there is a copy of the book that is in the possession of that one guy.
Oh my God. That's so good.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
we're here, Katie, to talk about what an amazing year 2020 has been.
Yeah.
How much,
Really good.
joy,
Mm,
an unexpected joy.
yeah.
Really just blessings at every turn.
Blessings. But but when things get really crappy, that's
Mm-hmm.
when you do notice the good stuff.
That's when you go to the gift store, the gift shop, and you pick out your favorite little trinket, and it
Yeah.
becomes your favorite thing.
Like, sorry, Jamie, you have to have heart surgery, but
Here's a kitten.
here's a kitten. Like, yeah. So I get it. Like, at every dark turn, there's a light. And
Mm-hmm.
usually this podcast is pretty heavy because of the content and stories. And sometimes it's really light, but every once in a while, I think it's good to check in. I want to make sure when y'all tune in, you know who the voice is of Child Life Uncle. And I just couldn't think of a better way to do it than to have some holiday wine with my friend Jamie and talk about some
Cheers
of
to
the good
that.
things of 2020. So cheers.
Cheers. It has brought some good things.
Yeah.
It
So I
really
would
has.
say, like, here's an example of a dark thing that turned good in my life.
Tell me.
Like divorce. Just to like put it out there.
I thought you were talking about in 2020. I'm like,
Oh.
Katie, what?
You're like, that'll do
Again?
on the divorces. Okay, Katie?
I thought that was a one and done thing for you, but okay, let's do this again. I'm here for you.
No.
I'll set up the bed. It's an air mattress. I'll get you the latest magazines.
I know. When I was going through a divorce way back when, Jamie said I could come stay at her house. So like the night I left, I went to Jamie's house and she had a whole bed set up for me with like a Penn State teddy bear and wine and magazines. And it was like so sad, but so wonderful.
I was trying to make up for the fact that it was an air mattress and not an actual human bed.
I don't think I knew it was an air mattress. That's never been a part of my
Good.
narrative. So yeah.
Good.
Mm.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you don't need that this year, but man, that turned out to be quite the good thing in your life, huh?
Oh, for sure. And you just don't even know it. You're just so sad and going through crap
Mhm.
and you don't even see
Yeah,
what's on the other side.
it's so true. If only we had X-ray vision into the future.
I know. And now here I am, happy as a clam, bitching at Preston for playing golf, just regular, normal things to fight about.
Seriously.
That's
God.
good. Oh, so
Um,
today our mission is we're going to talk about some of the things of 2020 that have made us, just some of the bright spots. So I thought we could start off like, let's do our favorite book of 2020 if you have one.
okay. I might need to come back to that one.
Okay, great. Perfect.
2020
Yes.
is that I get to start all of our meetings with show us your dogs because everyone's at home and people have their dogs at home. And so it's like the world's best icebreaker. So
That's amazing.
obviously it's not every meeting, but for those that they do come to play and it's pretty amazing.
What meeting
So-
are you talking? Like, are you talking about with your child life staff? They're all at home?
No, not my child life staff. So with the other like parent groups or other like manager people who might be at home, non-ANOVA people, things like that.
Yeah.
It's
So
just a good way.
what's your balance? Like, are you at work a lot? Are you at home?
I'm at work all the time. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't work from home. I do like every once in a while I'll do a late meeting from home.
Yeah.
But I'm going in. And honestly, I'm like I like that. I
Yeah.
like not being at home because if I'm at home, I'm just gonna get some wine and put on my jammies and snuggle the dogs, and
Oh,
I
for
wouldn't be
sure.
very productive. So
I know.
so that's worked out well.
Good. Well, that's awesome. And then your dog at the hospital, that's a bright spot.
He's so cute, Bartley.
I know. Such a good name.
He's such a love.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good puppy. He's employee of the month all the time. And everyone's so happy when they come in and see him, and it's just so special. It's really funny. People love, like, they want all of the kids to see him, which is really sweet, but like there are limits
Yeah.
to who should see a facility dog? Like,
Right.
maybe not the dog bite kid, but that
Right.
happens a lot.
Like,
They're like,
I
we're
know.
going to cure them of their fear of dogs now. We're like, no,
No,
we're
you
just going to
won't.
get them home safe.
Oh my gosh. I know. Some things like
Uh,
that like feel so common sense. Some people just aren't because like,
but
but
it's
it's with
like, but
like the
yeah,
best of
it
intentions,
is.
right? Like they're going to
Yeah.
love this dog. So
Right. Because they make everything better and they do. So
yeah,
I can't argue with their logic at
mm-mm,
all.
it's true. Um, and you have two pups of your own.
Yes, Lucy and Pippa. They've loved this year because Paul has been, well, he was at home during the first part of the year and he's been back at work during this fall part, but they have really enjoyed having
Mm.
poppy time at home and they're so precious.
They're so
I,
small.
I know they haven't learned how to do the dishes yet, but
Mm.
they are getting there.
Oh, do you know what? Speaking of doing dishes, last night Wesley is 5, and for the first time he was like, "Hey mom, I think like can I do this and get money?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he started like kind of asking about how he can start making money for chores. I don't even know where he got this from. And I was like, "That's
Oh,
fine." I said, "But it has to be things that we do that are not like making your bed, like taking your dish to the sink. Like that's part of like life at home." So
uh-huh.
last night he's in kindergarten, so he's learning how to write. And so he wrote down like 4 different things he's going to do for chores. And so I mean, I've never been through this with my own kid before. So he has 4 things that he has to do. And every Sunday, if he's completed the tasks, then he gets $2 or 2 hours on his Nintendo DS throughout the week. So he gets to choose.
Oh, that's
Is
awesome.
that like too stingy?
No, you start out stingy and then
Right.
that means you can only go up from there. They
Okay,
don't know the
that's true.
difference. You could be like, here is a plastic coin from a game.
Right.
And you'd be like, thank you so much. This
Yes.
means the world to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's a it's like a foil covered chocolate coin, but
I
it's
know. But those are
amazing.
so good. And he would actually be fine with that. Like the kid loves chocolate so much. So
That's so cute.
I
I have a
know.
similar setup with Paul,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
opposite.
Yeah.
Like I have to do chores, but it's not it can't be anything that I don't know why you're laughing at that.
I
It
know.
can't
I'm
be
not.
anything that has to do with regular day-to-day maintenance. So like
Yeah.
doing the dishes is like doesn't count because you
Yeah.
just got to do those.
You just have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to do it's one thing. I have to do one thing a day.
Oh, wow. So like what's your favorite chore?
Um oh gosh. I don't mind dusting because it's not gross.
How often do you dust? I don't dust.
Well,
What do you mean you dust?
I just like go over a surface really quick and then I get my sticker for the day.
Like what do you use? You use a duster?
Like a little cloth with
Oh,
some
okay.
water
I don't know why I
or like
pictured you feather dusting your shelves and stuff.
yeah, it's the colonial England Jamie.
That would be good. If Paul could get that on video, that would be great.
But he says I'm not. It's the same setup. I have to earn stuff.
That's
He says
good.
that I grew up doing sympathy chores because I
Mm.
was always sick all the time, and I was like, no, I had actual chores to do, a list of chores that my mom left for me, and
Yeah.
he doesn't believe me that they were actual chores. He's like, those were just sympathy chores.
Yeah.
They weren't the actual chores.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Mm.
I am having a podcast out in a couple of weeks. I interviewed this amazing woman Danielle, and she was saying how like her one sick daughter and the other daughter has talked about feeling like I feel like I can't like I have to share all my toys and I can't tell her no because I feel so bad that she's so sick all the time. And Danielle's like, "No, girl, like that's your toy. You play with it, you know?" And it's really good to listen to that perspective because it is true. Like those sympathy things you let slide or think you should,
Yeah.
but you don't have to.
Yeah. It's a slippery slope, man.
I mean, so
It,
you're like fresh out of surgery, scrubbing the floors, like you got to
yeah.
do what you
Like
got to do.
I can't get the lawnmower to go. I'm on external precautions for the love.
Daddy, I can't see over the top. Fine, Jamie's. Yeah, I can just
No, it's true though. I got spoiled a lot. They
yeah,
probably were sympathy chores.
that's fine. I mean, you turned out pretty good.
Perfect,
Yeah,
actually.
perfect. Some say. Okay, 2020. What's your favorite recipe?
Favorite recipe is you get a fresh glass out of out of your cabinet,
Yeah.
and you take the little foil off of the spigot out of your
Oh,
box of wine,
okay.
and then you just go and it splashes into your glass, and you
Oh,
do that for about until it goes all the way to the top,
wow.
which some will say that you should only go to a certain amount, but
Yeah,
I mean, why do they make it that big if you're not going to fill it all the way up? So you fill it, and then you just enjoy and repeat as needed.
I think that's
And
great.
so that's my number one.
And are you seriously talking about boxes of wine like Franzia?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
They last longer, which is
Yeah.
kind of like, it doesn't
Oh,
really need to last that long, but
that's actually true. Because a lot of times I like the process of opening wine and pouring it, and like I really take not more than a sip most nights.
yeah. So I don't understand that, but it does, like, it can last you for, that's perfect for that. But if, like, I'm the only one that drinks it, usually Paul doesn't usually drink wine, and so it can last me, and it's like 3 giant bottles in
Yeah.
a box.
Oh, okay. And Paul
It's
doesn't
good.
drink.
He drinks some, not a ton.
Yeah.
But like, I really have to take that burden on my own, so I need something that
Yeah.
lasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Pressing gets
good. They have like
annoying.
really good boxed wines now.
Oh,
Boda Box is really
oh,
good.
I slapped a bag in my day. Okay. All right.
Well, it's not Franzia, as you mentioned before.
Okay. No, that's, I mean, I'll open my eyes. And because Preston gets mad because I'll open a wine, I'll pour a glass, I won't drink it. And he's like, you make me think that you're like gonna have a glass of wine, but then you don't. And he doesn't
Yeah.
like that. So,
Yeah. This might be your solution because it'll
okay.
last for way longer.
Okay, this is something you're gonna have a real answer to.
Okay.
Favorite 2020 loungewear.
Okay. They used to call them sweatpants, but now they're called joggers,
Yeah.
which basically means they're acceptable to wear outside too.
Yeah.
And
The tight ankle for some reason makes it
yes.
fashionable.
Yeah. And my favorite is a nice dark camo print. I'm actually not wearing my camo print ones now, but I have several pairs of camo print loungers in varying weights. So
Uh,
light versus very heavy and soft and squishy. Um, but those seem to be the best. And then you can just like throw on sneaks if you need to walk the dog. Tell me, Katie, what's your 2020 favorite loungewear?
I'm glad you asked. Also a jogger. I found it on Amazon. I follow the girl things I bought and liked. She's out of Houston, but
Mm.
she is freaking hilarious. And I love her because she does not show her face and she does not let you hear her voice. So it's
Oh my
not like she's in it
gosh.
for the fame. Like she's literally in it to tell
Yeah.
you all the things. So she has these, or she talked about these like jogger leggings with pockets and they're on
Oh
Amazon
yeah.
called Colorful Koala. But I tried to find the exact ones that I have, but I couldn't anymore. But there's like a million things. But
Yeah.
they're leggings. Yeah.
I love it. With pockets?
With pockets tight at the bottom, like a jogger.
Love it.
What? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I know.
I feel like the world has stepped up to our need to diversify our loungewear as well, because there are
Mhm.
a lot of good options out there right now. That's what I wear to work anyway.
Yeah, it's true. I know.
Like scrubs. It's
Scrubs.
not really all that much different.
Do you have any scrub joggers yet?
No, I haven't gone to the scrub jogger route.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that I work with have done that and they look adorable, but I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah. I did one
Some
pair and then I went on leave of absence. So, you know, I don't know.
they force you out of the
They
building and they're
forced me
like,
out.
don't come back until you figure this out.
Oh, like the truth is you just have to embrace whatever you wear, right?
It's true. It's not about what you wear, it's how you wear
It's how you wear it. Okay, you wanted to
it.
talk about your favorite flavor of NyQuil for 2020. So why don't you just tell us?
Cherry. Next question.
Okay, are you serious? Cherry's the most disgusting.
I actually like it better than the minty kind because for some reason the minty kind just tastes too chemically and medicine-y.
Oh, I feel the same way. I feel that way about any cherry flavor reminds me of the bathroom on a bus.
How many bus bathrooms have you been
A
in?
lot because I danced in college and we had to
Oh,
travel everywhere. And so there's always a bass bathroom. there's always a buzz bathroom that has a cherry flavored chemical smell.
Oh, like one of the deodorizer things that melts every time you flush. Oh, no, I could see that. That's a bad association.
It actually gives me the same feelings that, oh, hold on. I have to
Oh,
prepare myself. Do you know
oh
what I'm going
no.
to say?
No.
Oh, cotton.
Oh, why?
Uh,
No.
Okay,
It makes your teeth and nails hurt.
so actually that's probably one of the first things we bonded over was our like shared hatred of
Yes.
cotton. Oh,
I feel like we should explain that to the world.
okay, you do it because I am having a hard time.
Okay, so there's things called sensory preferences, and this is everyone's getting a little bit of a bonus sneak peek of our sensory friendly training from the hospital, so you're welcome.
Uh-huh.
But sensory preferences are obviously things that you prefer to have a little of, or you can't have any of, or you just need a lot of it in order to kind of keep your balance. And for me and for Katie, cotton is one of the things that we can have none of. And cotton as in cotton balls.
Oh.
I know. My fingernails are getting the heebie-jeebies just talking about it. But I feel like it's important to explain our psychosis.
Like I have some issues with like getting certain towels out of the dryer. Like like for some, okay, let me equate it to like the classic nails on the chalkboard.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is for us.
That's what it is. It is. And everyone's like, don't you wear cotton clothes? Yes, obviously we wear cotton clothes.
Yeah, we
it's
do.
Like gone through a process and it's not like a puff anymore.
I do not. Yeah. And I also don't pick a starchy shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's a reason I have to pay extra.
Yeah.
For this kind of loungewear.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. People don't understand the daily struggles that we go through.
No, imagine being afraid of cotton. Like just one day in my shoes.
Yeah. Right? Seriously, before you judge. But it was really bad. One time I was getting a makeover and thank God one of my girlfriends was there with me. And it was for my sister's wedding because I don't usually go to a mall and get a makeover.
No, I was wondering like, oh, tell me more about this makeover.
No, it was not my normal jam of something I would choose to do. But we went and we sat down and the precious little 17-year-old doing the makeover came at me with just armed with cotton. And it was like one of those things. It all happened so fast. I didn't know what happened. I couldn't say anything. I was like literally frozen. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. I started sweating. And Trisha, one of my friends, one of my best friends who was there, thank God at the time, she's like, stop. She like almost smacked the cotton out of the lady's hand. She's like, you can't use that. And she's like, why? She's like, it doesn't matter. Just, you can't.
Do you know what yours stems from?
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Okay,
I really have no idea.
So when you really get deep into medical play and that alcohol swab is drying up, like what's that like for you?
That doesn't bother me as much.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I can tolerate that.
Yeah.
But if a kid was like, the only thing that's going to get me through this is if you show me on a cotton swab, I'd be like, well, better luck next time. Sorry.
Well, we have this cold spray at our hospital and a rep came and was like, you can also spray the cotton ball. And I'm like, the hell I will. Yeah, you can tell me that, but I'm not. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing for you, but not for me.
I could also stick this blunt pencil inside my eyeball and it would be just about as comfortable. So no.
I know. I don't.
Ooh.
No, not for me. Okay. Ready?
That's why this time of year is actually very dangerous for us.
Why?
A lot of Christmas decorations and holiday decorations.
Oh, it's true.
So just be aware of your fellow cotton phobe.
If you like us suffer from cotton ball,
call this number.
Call this number. Oh, good times.
Let me ask one of your favorite.
What?
What's been one of your favorite things to binge watch?
Okay, good one.
It's important that I put in watch there because I didn't want you to start telling us about your drug problem unless you were comfortable.
No, that's good. I would say, I hate to admit it, but Emily in Paris was really like exactly what I needed
Really?
during a time. And I tried it for like 20 minutes like when it first came out, and I was like, this is the dumbest effing thing I've ever seen. And then I
Yeah.
was sick in bed and I had no energy to actually like look at something. So I just turned it on and I was like, boy, this is quality television.
Really?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna love it. She drinks
I'm
wine.
not going to because I'll never watch it.
God, I know. It makes me basic, but let me think of another one. Last night we just started The Undoing on HBO.
What's that?
Oh my gosh, Nicole Kidman, Hugh Grant.
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw previews for that.
And first of all, Hugh Grant is very much my type 20 years ago because of that accent mostly. Like
Mm-hmm.
him and Prince William for me are there's just nothing better.
And my
Like
dad.
I'll even take a balding Prince William. I don't care. That this is like also why I'm attracted to Jamie's dad. Jamie's dad is British, for those of you who don't know. He's so sweet.
He is. That accent. It gets people. They love it.
I mean, it got your mom, didn't it?
Right? Hey-oh.
Oh. Okay, you want your favorite binge?
Okay, we have gone through, we have a lot of different categories. We usually have like a competition reality show that we're watching.
Yeah.
So this year it's been Survivor because it's kind of, we all feel like that. We're survivors this year.
Okay.
And The Amazing Race. That's what we're
Yeah.
currently binging right now, which is really great because obviously no one's traveling. So you can get a
That's true.
little peek into the world that we're not seeing.
Yeah.
So that's been good. And then let's see what else. We'll continually like over and over we'll watch The Office. That's always going to be on repeat. But recently I've started going through Dawson's Creek that just came out on Netflix.
Wow.
And man, if that doesn't take you back to college.
Oh man. I mean, those are not trendy shows. Those are like staples throughout your life. Like you don't want to watch new stuff.
I'm not. I have a hard time getting onto new stuff. I mean,
It's just not for you.
like there's weird things that I haven't ever done and haven't ever seen that it's just never gonna happen. Like I've never eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and it's never gonna happen. And I've never seen like random staple movies that everyone should see.
Okay,
And
I get you
live
on the
my life.
movies. I get you on the movies. I don't get you on the peanut butter jelly. I will say it really took like having kids that eat peanut butter and jelly 8 times a week. I
And
mean,
then is that like your only choice? Probably.
I'm not good with the food thing. So I'm like, do you want a peanut butter jelly? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, cool.
Cool, because that's
Okay.
all your options.
That's all you can have. Do you want peanut butter or jelly or peanut butter or jelly?
Yeah. Do you want?
That's
Which
3
one do you want me to
choices.
put on first?
You made me think of one that you were gonna love. You and Paul are
What?
gonna die laughing, literally.
What? Literally.
It's called What We Do in the Shadows.
I love that show.
Shut up.
Wait, yes, the movie is amazing. Have you watched the movie?
I haven't seen the movie. We just started the show and I die laughing.
It is hysterical.
Okay, I'm
That
gonna
is
watch
one of the
movie.
best.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
I
a good
love it
one.
so much. The movie is amazing.
Have
The
you
number of
So did
the
you watch
show.
the TV show too?
Yes, we watched the show, and I ended up buying the show because I loved it so much. And I'm like, I can't have this ever go away, so I bought it. But yeah, it is hysterical.
Laszlo Naja. Okay.
Oh, and you should watch the movie. It's so funny.
So if you don't know what it is, and you should, it's on FX and I'm watching it on Hulu right now, but it's basically vampires that live in New York City. And I didn't know anything about vampires, obviously, because they're not real, but you watch the show and it's so hilarious. This one
It's like
vampire,
a documentary of their life.
documentary. One of them goes to the immigration office to try to become an American citizen. Oh, it's best. Not suitable for kids, but really good.
Oh, not at all, but it is hysterical. Ugh. The movie, you're gonna die. You have to watch the movie before you watch any more of the shows because the people that come in the end of the show are in the movie.
Okay,
It's kind of essential.
I'm afraid the movie's gonna ruin it.
No. I'm sad that you didn't start with the movie, but I don't think it'll ruin it. Even how many episodes in are you?
We're almost halfway through the second season.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Like, let me just get through this and then watch it.
I still want you to watch the movie as soon as you can.
Okay. Is
Because
Guillermo,
I think,
is Guillermo
yeah,
in
like
the movie?
yeah, it's all the like the council members at the end, all of like the fancy vampires, they're the ones from the movie, and they are the original ones in England, and they're all flatmates, and the documentary crew is following them around, and it's like like this is just the life of a vampire, and they're having like arguments about chores, and the guy's like, who, you'll never do the bloody dishes, and then literally they go over and it's like a sink full of literal bloody dishes, and they're like, the chore wheel has not moved in 7 centuries.
Oh my God, that's
and
great.
They're like, Deacon, you're a cool guy, but you have to start doing things. And he's like, well, I'm glad that you think I'm a cool guy.
Okay, that sounds amazing. But it is good to know that you don't. Oh, y'all, last thing about vampires. They also have an energy vampire who doesn't eat people. He just tells them terrible stories, which zaps their energy. And we all know one of them. My cheeks hurt. This is so funny.
That has been like, that is the most relatable part of the entire season to Paul, because everyone is his energy vampire, because he's an introvert and most people are energy vampires to introverts.
Yeah.
And he literally is like,
oh,
I can't, like, he'll come home and he'll be like, it was the worst energy vampire day.
Oh my God. Do you know what? That makes so much sense.
Yeah, it literally sucks. Well, not literally, but it sucks the life out of you. And that's kind of how it is with introverts. Like, being around people drains them.
It's
their
so
soul.
true. Oh my God. That's so good.
Oh, and that character who plays the energy vampire is amazing.
He's so good.
Oh, I love that you're watching that. You have to
Same.
watch the movie though.
Okay, well.
So
okay,
good.
let's wrap it up because we've had too much fun. Your favorite, because it is the holiday tradition. No, what is your favorite holiday tradition?
Let's see. My favorite holiday tradition is,
On the edge of my seat here.
I know. Oh, okay. My favorite holiday tradition is watching the old 1970s version of Scrooge with Albert Finney. And we watch that every Christmas Eve. And it just like, if there's anything that gets you into the holiday spirit for my family, it's that. And so we just put it on, and the music, and it's just like gets you into the perfect mood.
Do you have a certain day you watch it on? Is it like every Christmas Eve?
Yeah, we do Christmas Eve.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good one.
What about you? What's your favorite holiday tradition?
Well, pre-COVID, certainly it was a sweater party. Like, this is something that I have been doing since 2007. Like, I am all in about the sweater party. Put your dogs in it, wear it. Like, I feel like I did it before it was trendy.
You did.
Thank
you
you.
100% did it before it was trendy. I remember those days when I was like, that is the weirdest thing, but kind of funny. Yeah. And then the rest of the world caught on, but you were the original ugly sweater party person.
Thank you. And I would like to take complete credit for that. Like, I'm
telling you, should.
We have a trophy with like people's name on it, and every year there's a competition. And so it's sad. And actually, when I had Wesley, I had one. And then the next year I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it's
really
too hard. Like, it was just too hard to like brush my teeth during the day. So throwing a party just wasn't what I wanted.
Right. Yeah.
But now that they're 2 and 5, like, I feel like I could get my stuff together and do one, but we can't, obviously. So
yeah,
we'll do a virtual.
You could do a virtual one.
Although people have like virtual fatigue.
Really?
From like all this video stuff. Like, that's what I heard.
So
I don't know. That's my favorite thing that I can't do. So cool. Happy holidays, folks.
My new favorite holiday tradition is not doing anything.
It's not doing anything. I don't know. Maybe now with the kiddos, I haven't done Elf on the Shelf, but I've been toying with that because, I mean, it's not like we can do that much fun stuff. So
yeah, I feel like that sounds like the kids love that. I feel like parents feel so much pressure Like if they forget, wait, I've said too much.
You didn't move it.
If if they forget, then it's very stressful on them.
Yeah, I don't know. So our next door neighbors do it, and our neighbors across the street do it. So every morning the kids run out and they're like, "Elfie moved to the fireplace, ha ha ha!" And I'm like, and Wesley's like, "Where's our elf?" And that's
You
a lot of
should
pressure.
tell Wesley that your elf is out saving the world, and the other neighbors' elves are a bunch of freeloading dicks, and
that's
they really need to get it together.
Okay. I'll try that.
Yeah.
I'll just try that.
And just every morning, give Wesley $1 and tell him to run out and say that Elfie gave him this $1.
That'll shut the kids up.
So that he knew he was thinking about him while he was going and saving the orphans of Darfur.
There you go. Wait, so I've done 2 holiday traditions that I don't do. Hold on. Let me think of one I do. Okay. Salt dough ornaments. You can look it up on whatever. And so they're just good. And you can do the kids' handprints. And then every year you have a handprint.
Those were so much fun.
Those are cute. And you don't even have to do handprints or anything. Like you can roll it into a candy cane and it's super easy. You just buy.
Yeah. And it's good sensory play too.
Yeah, that's so true.
Bringing it back to the knowledge.
Bring it back to the knowledge. Unagi. Well, I love you.
I love you.
Thanks for doing this with me.
It was fun.
Is there any other 2020 wisdom? Like, honestly, what have you learned this year?
Oh, man. 2020 wisdom. I don't know that I have anything life changing. I think it's just reinforced a lot of things of just take one day at a time. And if things are really, really tough, just try to do 5 minutes at a time and get past it. But yeah, I mean, that's like not sage genius advice at all. It's just basically hope for the best, plan for the worst, and then you'll get through the other side a little bit stronger, maybe, or with some sort of chemical addiction. But either way, you did it.
But either way, you got through it. No, I like that because I know some of this stuff is cheesy, but like literally, if you think about getting through the next 5 minutes, you can do that. So that's when it actually works.
Yeah, it really does put things in perspective. Like when we were like, oh, what are we going to do 3 months from now? Who knows? But let's try to figure out how to get through the next month.
I know.
And then we'll figure out the next month after that.
I know. Literally at Thanksgiving, we were talking about like, what do we do for Christmas? And I was like, no, I can't even go there. We just have to think about getting through today. So I would say I learned less is more on lots of different levels.
Yeah.
Less is more, like materially, like if I can't go out to the store and get it, like, do I actually need it? Like these grocery hauls that I would just like kind of go frivolously buy. So like, no, now I'm like, okay, we need milk, we need eggs. I don't know, like for whatever reason, 2020 did that. I guess just not being able to go get things when you want. Like, I'm like, do I actually have to go to the store today? Can I plan to do it like at another time? Yeah.
It really shakes out what you really need.
Yeah.
It's turned us into pioneer women.
Basically. Pioneer podcasting women. It's a new show we have coming out. 2021.
Stay tuned.
All right. Well, I love you. I love all the listeners. I hope y'all enjoyed this different little podcast. And Jamie, thank you for being here with us again.
I love talking with you. Let's do it again.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the Child Life On Call podcast. Please rate and review this so that other parents can find us. If you work in a hospital, share it with some of the families that you come across just to provide them with a little bit of a place to come in and listen to stories without having to give a whole lot. I really think it's a unique way to find some community and find people you can relate to, and you don't have to give much. You just get a lot in return. And y'all, I'm just so grateful for you. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye.